Solved. America has a problem with violence. There's been many shootings where it was never once the gun's fault. The question is, why would you blame the gun for the bullet coming out and you that had the gun in your hand? People should be able to have guns. According to the Second Amendment, it says that people have the right to bear arms, which is to own a gun. Why does it matter? People have the right to protect themselves with the gun. Guns don't kill people. People do. Based on the news, there's been shootings, school shootings with guns. This shows that people are causing this violence, not guns. In this article that I read, there are more household items that cause more accidental deaths than guns. Guns can be used as self-defense. As reported by a woman, she was mugged/attacked. She was able to save herself from the attack. She had a gun to defend herself. If she would have never had the gun, she could have been dead or really hurt. Oh yeah, there are numerous cases where guns are used for self-defense when there are burglaries in homes. And they use guns to protect themselves. This shows that guns are not always used for killing, but they are used for self-defense too.
Opponent said that it's not the guns that kill people, it's the person behind the gun. I agree, but if it was harder to get guns, people like James Holmes or Aaron Alexis wouldn't have been able to do the Aurora shooting or the Washington Navy yard shooting. And background checks could also help prevent like mentally ill or domestic violence perpetrators from acquiring weapons as easily. So
Think about your future. Do you want children walking around the streets with criminals with huge guns? According to large capacity magazines, people are arguing if the Second Amendment is a right or a cause of gun violence. James Holmes used a 100-round drum in the shooting of Aurora, Colorado. He killed 12 people and 58 people were injured. Federal law doesn't ban military-style weapons. 50 caliber rifles or large ammunition magazines. In addition, no evidence exists to support the claim people carrying concealed weapons in public, everything would be safer. Gun control timeline shows all the biggest casualties in the past 200 years. Based on my research, a man shot 13 people before shooting himself. This is important because you really don't know the people around you. Gun control has decreased violence nationwide over the past 20 years. So gun control is working. Almost 3/4 of all homicides are committed with guns. People are scared because they don't know who would do that and are worried about the people, their safety, and people close to them. In the article, Shot by Accident, a teenager shot himself. He shot himself and paralyzed himself, ribs down, trying to show off his moves with a gun. 4 out of every 10 people who are rushed to a Florida hospital or emergency room with a non-fatal wound were shot by accident. It's not armed robbers or warring gangs who send the greatest percentage of gunshot survivors to Florida emergency rooms. It's people who shoot themselves or someone else on accident. People aren't sure what might happen to them on accident when they're with guns. You never know what might happen to you on accident or on purpose when you are with guns. In conclusion, people are making gun parts on 3D printers that actually work.
So they say gun control, too shiny, so trying to show off. But gun control is needed because without guns in our country, all people would be much safer. But knives and other weapons can also be used and can be just as lethal. So if if other weapons can be used violently and are just as bad as guns, there's no reason to have gun control. Therefore, we should not have gun control.